Now we're back to exploring the mobile app. We've already taken a look at the menu on the top left. So I'm actually going to take a look further down at the very bottom. You're going to see that there's a little house, and then there's this little, right down at the bottom here, a little contact. This is actually my favorite part of the app. So what you see here are people that I have added to uh, my app. So if I was to go ahead and go through and call Astronaut Cat, for example, click that button, it's going to use the app that my phone is set up to use to make a phone call, and it's going to come from me. So I know Android has different apps that potentially you can make phone calls from. Also, I think if you've downloaded WhatsApp, you're going to see that that's potentially an option to make a call on. Because my phone is set up with only one app to make calls on, I can just push that button. Now, for this purpose, I'm going to actually hit cancel because this isn't actually Astronaut Cat. So I'm going to hit cancel. But notice as soon as I have finished up with that, whether I did make the call or not, Command is saying, hey, do you want to add an activity? This can save you so much time. Once you're done making a phone call, go ahead and add that activity. So would you like to add this to Astronaut Cat's timeline? I'm going to add activity. So it already knows that it's a call because I use that call button on my phone. I could do a different activity, any one of these, but I'm going to keep it at call. It knows that this is today's date. By default, it says we talked. Well, I could say we talked, or I could say I left a voicemail. Another great feature on this is that rather than worrying about fat fingering everything, I can actually use the microphone button. I left him a message. Hopefully we'll talk later. Oh, let's see, it didn't catch later. More a Melissa error than it is a computer error. So it's nice that I can go in here and not have to worry about typing everything out, but I can quickly add an activity, then I hit save. So if I go into Astronaut Cat's record, we're going to go into the timeline and we're going to see that call that I'd left activity. I'm also going to see that on the desktop. So I just wanted to show you how easy that is. And as soon as you grab into a contact, so let's say I'm into Bob Ross, see, it's always trying to get us to contact them. It's always activity driven, right? So if I try to text Bob Ross, it's going to use my text program to try to contact Bob Ross. So what can be a little tricky here is that I can start putting a text message in here, but it won't save into the contact. I would actually have to copy all of this and then save that as my activity. So it is asking, would you like to add activity? And so it does know that it's a text, but I would go ahead and just paste that in here. Okay. So just to show you the differences between those two. If I was to go ahead and email somebody, that's a little bit different. That is going to then pull up whatever I'm using. So this is trying to restore my mail account from Apple. And actually, I'm not going to use it today. So because it does know that I had a pop-up, it's going to try to, again, ask me if I want to add an activity. I'm going to do cancel for now. Okay, so we're in a contact. Mark as lead. So if somebody is marked as a lead in Command, that means by default that you have not had a conversation with this person. It doesn't mean that they're ready to talk about real estate. It's a marker for you to know that they are somebody that you haven't spoken with. So once I have spoken with them, I can certainly turn that off. So examples of ones that would be marked as a lead are potentially if you use a lead aggregator and contacts are automatically going into your contact area, or if you have people that signed up for your website, they'd also get a check mark next to them. Also, if you had somebody that signed up for an open house, on the open house form, they would come in and they would also have an L on them. So just a few things to keep in mind there. Other things that I wanted to look at on this contact screen with you are these are really small little buttons, these little dots, but they are mighty. From here, what you want to take a look at is the very top right of your screen. There's three dots. What you're able to do is actually import contacts. So because I'm on a team, mine is asking me if I want to add them to my personal contacts because I am actually in my personal, if I do cancel, I'm in my personal record versus my team. If I wanted to import into my team, it would ask me Is that what I really want to do? So I'm going to hit cancel here. I'm going to go back up to my personal, and these are from my phone. So I'm going to import my personal contacts. You'll probably also get a notification that says, do you want to give permission to let command see your contacts? And that's safe, so that's fine. So we're gonna hit continue. So what this does, it brings in these are my phone contacts, 355 phone contacts. So guys, check your number. How many do you have? I've sat with some of you that have 10,000 contacts. Blows my mind. Anyway, so I wouldn't in those cases necessarily suggest to import all, because not everybody in your phone is someone that you're going to do business with. For example, pound or hashtag data, they certainly don't want to hear from me for real estate. So you want to be a little bit picky on who you bring in. You can do select all, and then, oops, I'm pushing the screen instead of my phone. So I could do select all and then unselect, or I can clear selection altogether and just bring in one person. So I'm just going to bring in one person, and then I'm going to go ahead and click continue. So from here, I can actually tag the contacts. I could have, if I had brought all of them in, I could bring them all in. And these are tags that are already sitting in my command. So what you may want to do, again, if this is brand new to you, is you want to create a tag that says phone import. And it's not that it isn't going to come through designated as a phone import as the source, but the tags make it so much easier to identify how somebody came into your phone or why they're in your contacts. So I'm going to do phone import. I'm going to make it in yellow. Then I'm going to hit continue. See, so now the phone import is what people are going to be attached to their tag. So I'm going to hit continue. And it's saying one tag will be imported. This process cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to continue? So I'm going to hit continue. And now, okay, continue. One contact imported. Now you may see that some of your contacts are not imported. There are a few reasons for that. One of them could be they could be perceived as duplicates. An example would be if my friend here, Astronaut Cat, if I had Astronaut Cat in my phone already, or I'm sorry, in my command already, and I had Astronaut Cat only as an email address in command, but in my phone, I had Astronaut Cat as a phone number. Because it's two different pieces of data, it doesn't know that they're the same person. So I might actually end up with two astronaut cats. There is a merge feature in command, so you are able to merge those records together. But I just wanted to let you know it won't bring in duplicates, so you may see an error in that case. Okay, so that is how you would bring in contacts from your phone. Another thing you may want to do is if you're inside that contact, you can press the three dots on the top of the contact, and you can actually, because I'm on a team, that's what the change account for is. I could move this from Astronaut Cat to my personal to my team. But I can also save the contact to the phone. So when we're talking about you have leads coming in that might be coming in from, say, an open house form, or they've registered for your site, or maybe it's a lead aggregator that got into your command. If you want to be able to see that person's name pop up on your phone when they call you or when they text you, so you can certainly do save contact to phone. It's always trying to help you share your KW app link so you can be helping you contact this person and let them know, hey, I want to share my link with you. Okay, so we've gone over the very basics of contacts. If I needed to edit this, I can just swipe. Actually, I could go back again, swipe and edit. So now I can go in and make edits. Most of the fields that you would see on command are in here. But there you go. So there our step 2 is the contacts area of your phone.